Hello loves, and welcome to this message. I am Erica. I am a psychic medium and priestess. Welcome to Gypsy Cowgirl Tarot. This is a pillar of light channel, meaning I channel both shadow and light here, but this is for the light warriors, the angelics and starseeds, etc. So welcome in. I have been fighting a virus, I guess. And it's something that I guess a lot of people are getting and experiencing, and it's pretty gnarly. So it's been like 9 days or something like that, at 10 days. So I'm praying for everyone. I'm just praying for everyone's strength and health and all the things right now, because I know for who this message is for. I know that you are, for who this message is for, a lot of you guys are very physically tired because you're transmuting, you're recalibrating so much. Okay, so this is a message with Jesus. His name is Yeshua, but most people know him as Jesus Christ. Which Jesus is the name that was given to him by the Christian church. So technically it's like a blasphemous name. It's actually like a name to mock him, if we're being honest. So, but it's fine. He gets it, right? Like, it is what it is, right? But anyways, this message is with him, from him. And it actually came through a few days back, but my coughing has been so bad. So, like it's still like, it's not great. So I couldn't record because like, I'm not going to record and be coughing the whole time. Like, and plus I'm not going to bring that kind of energy to the collective. I'm not going to bring it to my clients. So thank you to my clients for being, understanding and patient. And plus I've just been really short of breath. So anyway, so the message came through from Yeshua, and he was like, basically, right, like go, I just saw 222, go bring this to the collective. So here I am. And the message is that you walked with Jesus. You walked with Jesus. So this isn't going to be for everyone. And, for some of you guys, maybe it wasn't necessarily you. Maybe it was like your ancestors. Maybe they walked with Jesus. You're carrying the Christ codes within, and you have that. You are Christ consciousness. So you are a carrier, a code carrier of Christ consciousness. There is no difference between, and that's what Yeshua really he really wanted me to hone in on that. Like, he's like, they walked with me, like you guys walked with me, like we're all one, a lot of you guys are connected in one way or the next, or your ancestry, your bloodline, or your own past lives. I just saw 323. 323 is going to be another like angel number. Also 313. You were there. Okay. And maybe you like went to one of the like gatherings where he was talking and Mary Magdalene was there, or maybe he just came through like your little village at some point and you met him and talked to him, because he keeps he keeps showing me visions of breaking bread together. Like, he keeps saying that. He keeps saying, we broke bread together, like we sat together, we feasted together, and we communed and we learned, and so he's kind of like, basically like, remember your, like, I'm not, like, he's like, I'm like, me and you are equals. He wants you to know that, like, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, like, they are Christ consciousness, just like you are Christ consciousness. So he wants you to really remember that, like, for whatever reasons in this moment of your journey. I just saw 444. So I happen to keep looking over at all the very specific moments. So thank you, angels. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, Yeshua. And of course, when Yeshua is here, Mary Magdalene is here. They they are one together. So, you know, he might come through stronger than her. You know, like this message is more him than her, but they are always one. So she's always present. And I feel like that's relevant for you guys too. Like, I feel like there's definitely divine union here, or you're getting closer to that point of your journey. With your person who, like, you are one with, you know what I mean? Like, in that way. So, but he really is bringing forth the message of remembrance. Like, you walked the way with me. Many of you guys are, you carry Christ consciousness codes. You're already activating stuff. You're already doing the work in a lot of ways. Now, what he's also bringing through is specific to the breakdown of the church. Okay, so he's like, this is a full circle moment, because for a lot of you guys who are here and who are watching this, who are connected to, now there's a lot of, because Yeshua and Mary, like, that's where the Bible lies, right? Like, the Bible's like, oh no, he, you know, was crucified, and then we stuck him in this, like, tomb, and then he, like, resurrected, and then, like, that was it. You know what I mean? But that was far from the truth of being over, for sure. So him and Mary, they actually had, like, 5 children. I want to say 5 because I'm seeing, like, the 5 strands of light. So I want to say that there was 5. And those children had children, and they're, right? So the bloodline of Yeshua and Mary is on earth. And so that's what he wants to bring through. Like, this is not, and there's actually, like, a good number of souls on earth who literally carry the blood of Jesus within. So he's, like, coming through, and he's like, the ones who, like, carry, like, the ones who carry, like, who are of the bloodline or whatever, they're obviously very protected, but they've also been very, very, very tested and, like, targeted. Okay. But he's like, you're very protected, right? And he's like, he's reminding you guys right now, like, it doesn't matter what ethnicity, what ethnicity or race, like, it doesn't matter what race or ethnicity you are right now tuning in. Like, you could be from South America, you could be from Asia, you could be from Africa, you could be from the United States. Like, the United States is like a melting pot, right, of, like, all kinds of different, like, he's emphasizing the fact that, like, none of that matters, because through the bloodlines and just through, like, you know, like, your ancestors, like, people, like, there's been a lot of, like, you know, relocation and migration and mixing of ethnicities, and, like, you know what I mean? So he's like, I'm talking about, he's like, so he just wants to say, like, none of that matters. Okay, now there's another message. If you are new here, my channeling is, like, the biggest part of the message. Like, I'm not, like, someone who, like, just depends on cards, you know, because I'm a real medium and oracle and stuff, right? So but speaking of the cards, let's go ahead and get the cards. But anyways, so Yeshua is also bringing through, he's pointing out, okay, so this one's, like, a big one. Let me wait a second, and then I'll channel this next message through. This next message might be a little triggering. So forewarning, it might be a little triggering for some, but he's saying with the most unconditional, like, divine, sovereign, loving, like he's holding you. In fact, he's holding you in this moment. He's surrounding you. He's surrounding you in blue ray frequency, royal blue frequency light all around you. That is the light of Yeshua. And also around the blue, now he's wrapping around the blue, gold frequency, golden light, golden rays. He's like, this is the, okay, so I'm just channeling straight, like, what is coming through. this is the moment. As you can see, this is the moment. This is the moment that you incarnated for. This moment unraveling is the moment you were born for. Okay, the reason why you came here. And he says, yes, your kingdom spouse is near or on their way. This is a promise. This is not a what if kind of question. This is a promise, he says. Okay. And, you know, by the way, like, you know, like when a lot of times it's kind of different, because a lot of times when I'm channeling like Mary Magdalene or Isis or someone or Yeshua, you know, the channeling can be very like, you know, like where they're full, like coming through my vessel and like they're using my, you know, they're speaking through me. And it's very like, you can tell because it's very like different than how I talk. It's very divine. It's very like, you know, you can tell it's them. And then like they slip kind of back out and then I'm like, okay, I'm back, you know. But right now he's just kind of channeling with me and through me. Like he's not like full force. Like he's just kind of like right here in the sideline. Like, okay, now tell them this. Okay, no. Okay, perfect. Now tell them this. Okay, now I want to say this, you know. It's kind of like that. And when they connect with me and when they connect with you, it's going to be different. Right now it's more playful. And, you know, and him and Mary have personalities. They're not just, you know, they're not like some somber, like godly beings that are just no personality, you know, just very like straight to the, let's just talk divinity. Like, no, like they come through and I have a personality. So they adhere to my personality, and bring things through the way that I'm going to understand it and the way that I can like easily relay it to you guys and stuff like that. So when you're connecting with your guides and with like these brothers and sisters of the higher realms and light, like they are your family. So have fun with it too, you know. Anyways, so, okay. So he's like emphasizing the whole like your beloved, your beloved spouse, your beloved is on their way in, because this new chapter, this new level on earth, for those who are ready. And when I mean you're ready, you're anchored in, like there is a grounded, calm energy that is really anchoring in within you right now. Nervous system reset, nervous system healing. Like you're not in, like you might have anxious moments, but like you've broken the pattern or the curse or the whatever. And so now that no longer has like control over you. So all the anxieties that were tied to that are gone. So that's what you've been doing, whoever I'm talking to. And so there's this like more anchored, grounded, just calm, and a calm nervous system. I mean, like that means you're magnetic. That means you are attracting in everything left and right. And that's kind of like his message is like, you know, the stuff is on its way. Like, and that's a part of the initiation, is to become so like, to be able to lift yourself up out of like from the higher view. So it's like remote viewing on your own self. Like that's literally what like he's showing me. And what he means by that is like sitting, going into stillness or meditation for like a couple minutes, or just to like get you into that state, where you literally like, you know, have you ever had a dream where like it was like your soul or you floating above you, like watching you, you know? It's like the astral projection, the out of body. So he's like coming into that place. Now this is the work. He says, now this is the work. This is exactly what we used to do on a daily basis, basically. Like we would, you know, we would do like whatever we needed to do. Like we would do chores or, you know, whatever. And then we'd have time, you know, but basically it was like there was a lot of dedication. And so he's bringing forth this message of, this is a message from Yeshua about your spiritual dedication right now. He's reminding you of how dedicated you've been in past lives to your practices, to your healing, etc. And so he's like, the way to all this is to connect with your light body and your light bodies, right? Like to go out of the physical body, to come out of it and rise above, and then to see things from a much higher, expansive, universal view. Like you're not this body, like you're not stuck to the 3D is basically what he's saying. So yet there's so much emphasis and energy placed on the 3D when he's like, you can slip right out of the 3D and you can go up higher, and you can like literally like call in and pull in like everything you want and bring it back down into the 3D. Okay. So basically, and he's like laughing because he's kind of like, it's kind of like, he's kind of laughing and he's kind of like bringing forth this energy of like, you know, us humans, like we're so silly, like it's so silly, you know, like he's kind of like, it's just funny because it's so silly, like how caught up we get in all of this stuff when really we can just literally like go right up, see from a higher view and go, okay, like none of this matters. It really doesn't, like it just doesn't. So he's emphasizing that, and then he's emphasizing the spiritual practices. The devotee is what he's saying, like be devoted. You are a devotee of Christ consciousness, of new earth, of, you know, whatever you want to call it, but that's exactly what it is you came to awaken, and then you came to remember, and then you came to, you know, then you came to, once you remembered, to become the devotee to your remembrance. Okay. So, also Yeshua is bringing through for the ones who are here. Okay. Again, you like you're connected to, you know, to the ancestry, the bloodlines of Yeshua and Mary. You're, or you were just literally, you don't even have to be in the bloodlines, but like, that's what he meant. The actual download was you walked with Jesus. That was the actual message. Like you literally walked with Yeshua. Okay. And that was him that brought the message through. He's like, they walked with me, like y'all like walked with me, like, and that's what he said, like we broke bread together, like. So he wants, so basically, like for those of you guys who like really resonate with that part or resonate with this, that's just gonna be some, I just got like chills, and I'm seeing like some of you guys, as I'm saying this, you're getting chills right now. That's your confirmation. Like you're not crazy, like you literally were there, or you guys brushed shoulders at some point, or, you know, you might have been someone who, you might have just been like a random person who lived in a little like, you know, village of huts or something, and he passed through at some point, and maybe you were the nice one who said, oh, you can stay with me and I'll feed you, and, you know, it's fine. Okay, like maybe you did that for Yeshua, right? Like, that's what I mean. It doesn't mean that like you literally were just there every day with him, constantly all around him. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be like that. Of course, for a few of you guys, it probably was that, like you were closer to him, or, you know, and please save me the comments. Please, guys, please, no comments claiming to be Jesus. Please, no comments claiming to be Mary Magdalene or Mother Mary, or any other ascended cosmic being that has ascended the earthly realm, but still comes to help. But please, because every time I do videos like this, I'm like, oh my God, I think I've probably encountered at least 50 people who think they're Yeshua, you know, probably the same amount or more of people who I've seen that think they're Cleopatra or Mary Magdalene. Okay, I'm Mary Magdalene reincarnate. I'm Jesus reincarnate. I'm okay, so please, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, no comments like that, because it's not true. Okay, so like, we can all connect, we can all call on them, we can, you know, when we connect with them and open our channels to them, and like, you know, all the things, but like, are you literally Jesus? No, you're not. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna deflate that balloon, and then just save me the comments. Okay, moving on. So okay, so what else? Let's see. So let's get some Let's get some cards here. He's talking about really high level alchemy, like, you know, basically like, you know, like turning, like basically alchemizing like certain heavy metals, or like turning like basically like turning iron into gold, essentially. So he's showing me all these high level alchemies. It's giving the Temperance card in the tarot, like the Alchemicale, like water into wine, you know what I mean? And so he's reminding, he goes, you know, the stuff in the Bible, like where like I'm like basically like where he multiplied all the fish, and like, you know, he fed 1,000 people, and like, you know, just other things, right? He's like, that was not a miracle of God per se. Like, it was, because he is God, just like you are God, just like I'm God. And we're all capable of these manifestations. We're all capable of these miraculous things that he did. But he's like, but it wasn't like how they took it and misconstrued it to make me this like martyr that they made me, basically. Like, you know, like, oh my God, he did this, and it was only by the grace of his Father God that, you know, bestowed upon him this magic where he was capable to do this, and da-da-da. Like, no, that's just another program of separation consciousness by Christianity, you know what I mean? Like, so he's like, that was not the case. He's like, literally, like, what I did was just like high alchemy. Like, I literally manifested it into form through high alchemy. That's what he's saying. And we all have that capability. And so he's really, really, really talking about alchemy, alchemy, alchemy. So I guess for a lot of you guys watching, you're like ready to tap into higher levels of spiritual alchemy. And like, you know, sure, there's things that you can, like books you can read, and like, you know, there's information. But he's saying very specifically, the information that he's speaking of, it does not reside outside of you. It resides within you. And that's why he's like talking about the codes and, you know, just kind of like where you're at. And that's why this message is coming through right now, because he's coming through to you. Mary Magdalene's coming through to you. Mother Mary's coming through to you. So they're bringing forth these energies, these messages, right? These guidances, these confirmations. But he's literally like, you know, basically like you're ready to work with me on a much higher level. So call me in and let's get busy. Okay, so he's like, for some of you guys, you're already getting like messages about this stuff or downloads or things, and he's like, and it's kind of like what do I do with that? Like, you're like, okay, like I just don't know what to do with that. Like, or I need more information. Can you give me more information? So he's like, don't worry, everything's on its way. Like, okay, so the first card out is Forge, Don't Follow. Pave a new path. Be the leader you wish that you had. Yeah. That's really funny, because the last video I posted, like, it was, like, was it yesterday or the day before? I don't know. It was like the Lunar New Year, right? Happy Year of the Fire Horse and all that, right? But in that message, I literally spoke about the leadership, and I was like talking about people and just in the collective in general that like play the victim. And it's like, we've all had hard lives. We've all been through stuff. We've all, right? And it's like, we all have to be our own savior. Like, there's no healer, there's no shaman, there's no priestess, there's no high priest kings out there that are going to save you. And if you're like the divine feminine especially has this complex when it comes to like masculine. And that's why so many divine feminines watch tarot and like are constantly seeking outside validation about, you know, divine masculine. And I'm not like, because obviously I'm a reader, right? So like readings are amazing for confirmation and validation, but it can definitely, like anything else, become an addiction or an unhealthy habit. And see, like me as a reader, like I'm no BS kind of a reader, right? So, like if I see clients like with that kind of like energy, like that, like I need to know, like I need to book a reading because I need to know, I'm like, no, sorry, not gonna go there, not reading for you, because I don't play like that. I'm not a toxic reader. Go find a toxic reader and that just wants to take all your money and that's it, right? So anyways, what I mean by that, or what I mean like by all of that, is like the answers. It's like what Yeshua was saying, like everything is inside of you. So be the leader you wish you had. Be the cheerleader you wish you had. Be the mother you wish you had. Be the father you wish you had. Be the lover you wish you had. Be all the things you wish you had. Right? Be the leader you wish you had. Pave a new path. Okay? For some reason, I'm hearing what goes up must come down. What goes up must come down. So, as above, so below. There's something about that, okay? So forge, don't follow. See, and it says forge, like forge your own path, forge your own way. Just like Yeshua did. Like they were rebels. They were, you know, in that sense, like teaching what they taught, and like, you're the same way. So, and that's another thing he's saying. He keeps talking about the church. A lot of you guys, like, because of your past lives, and especially your past lives where you were there in biblical times, or times of these, like, you know, crusades basically, or times when Jesus was walking the earth and he was, you know, walking around sharing divine sovereign truth and healing and teachings, and like, you know what I mean? So like when the church rose up, and like when what happened with Jesus happened, a lot of souls who are on earth right now, and this is what he means by those of you guys who are watching, he's like, it's time to forgive. It's time to forgive the church. He says, because that forgiveness and that understanding of so Yeshua and Mary, like, and this is the rose lineage coming through, and also like that Syrian blue ray angelic frequency and energy too, of like liberation and truth. Because a lot of you guys tuning in, like, you connect maybe with the blue ray, or as a blue ray, you connect with Sirius, Star Nation, you connect with the Essenes, you connect with biblical times, you connect with Yeshua, you connect with the rose, you connect with, you know what I mean, like all the things. And so he's like, you're a liberator. You're someone who comes and like in a powerful way through your frequency, through your energy, through your embodiment, through your like everything that is you. You are here to literally flip the church on its back. So for some of you guys, like that's a part of your soul work. Like he's like, you're here. It's a full circle moment is what, right? He's showing me it's full circle. So the church rose, everything has happened the way that it's happened, and now it's the crumbling. So you came back for this moment because you were there when the church did all this, and when all this stuff started, or when they really started, like all the things. So there's anger, there's rage, there's this like need for justice, like you, like I just, like, you know. And so that's what he's saying. He's like, honor that, like in the way of like, you know, they are wrong, and you know, they it's not like everything in the Bible is a lie and wrong. It's not like every part of the church is just, you know, yes, the church, it was created, and so technically all churches, because all churches are an extension of the original church, and so technically they're not right. They're going to be transformed, is the best way I can put it. Okay. But a lot of you guys tuning in, he's like, a lot of you guys tuning in, you have friends, family members, co-workers, people around you, society, community, who are Christian or Catholic, and they, or, you know, he's talking about Christianity and Catholicism here. Okay. So other religions, he's talking about that. Okay. He's basically saying like, you are the disruptor of, so like these are your soul people, your soul groups, your soul pods. So you're the activator, you're the disruptor. And he's like, and right now your energy is rippling out, and it's sending out a lot of like shock waves through the collective of you, meaning all of the energy that mirrors to you through people and experiences and all that. So you're actually waking people up, and he wants to remind us we are not here to force things or to cast out our opinions on, like, if you're in the ego and like, you know, you're trying to like prove your point, like, oh, you know, like, you know, you're in a conversation with someone who's a Christian or something, and you're like, you know, like the church is a lie, and you know, that's not how we do things. That's not how, like, that's you and your distorted ego. And if that's how you are, that's how you're feeling, that means you're projecting your own inner rage and anger and resentment. You're projecting that out on innocent people. Like, you know what I mean? So if that's you, stop it now. But you guys see the difference? Like, there's a big difference. Like, when we're like holding that frequency and like we're activating, and like we aren't even most of the time even saying anything. We're literally just embodying and activating and anchoring even in silence. Like, meaning we observe, we don't react. And when people like are in their ego and they're just like feeling the need to prove their point and try to convince everyone to be on their side, and like, I'm right, you're wrong, and like, we don't play into that. We observe. We are like the jaguar at night, quietly walking through the leaves and the trees and the jungle, and like, you never even know we're there. You know, that's the high priestess vibe right there for sure. But it's just like light worker, where it's light worker where we're like, we love you. We see with the lens of love. We don't see with the lens, and that's what Yeshua is wanting to bring through, because he's like, you're ready. For many of you guys, you're ready to step up and leave and to forge your own path. You forge your way. You don't follow others. Don't compare yourself to Gypsy Cowgirl. I mean, you know, if it's like an inspirational thing, like, I really like how she does this, and like, I love how she talks about this, like, and that inspires you, and you want to like share those things and talk, like, go for it. You guys know me. I'm not a hater. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm a lover of all things. Like, I'm not one of those people. But my point is like, in Yeshua's like, and that's what this card is. It's like, as you are stepping up and leading into this new earth, because it's like we're going from the void into the new, see how everything's green? Like, it represents like that new life, the rebirth, the fertile energy. So it's like we're going from like this weird, like spiritual purgatory, void energy. Now here is the rebirth. Now here is the fertility, prosperity, all the green, all the fresh, all the new, all the springtime energy. It's like that. It's the new life. Okay. So you're here to help break down the systems of the church. For some of you guys, your soul work specifically is in the church. So you might be someone who's very much like theology, like, you know, but you're like someone who does like, you're coming from the spiritual, divine, sovereign side. So you might be like really into like going down the rabbit hole of the Vatican, the popes, like obviously all this stuff that, you know, people like me have been talking about for years now. Now it's all finally coming out. And this is the way that it was always going to happen. And if you guys have been with me for, you know, last few years, you guys have probably heard me talk about this, but I've talked about like when my galactics come through, or like when they've come through and they've shown me like things, or we talk telepathically about like prophecies or the future or what's going to happen on earth in the coming days. They showed me, and I've talked about this and I've shared it with you guys, they've shown me the integration, because they're like, humanity is going to freak. It's good. Basically, humanity will lose their shit. Okay. Like humans, they will lose their shit. And that's kind of where we're at in this moment of the timeline split of Earth, or the split of Earth. There's either the old, like some are going to stay on the old timelines of the false matrix, and then the rest of us are going into the new Earth timeline, right? So there's this great energetic frequency divide happening basically. And that's why everything is crumbling so fast. And the ones who are choosing or are asleep and they stay on it's not going to be fun, you know? And so a lot of people are going to literally, they're going to lose their mind. There's going to be psychosis, schizophrenia, you know? And of course, us light workers, like, it just is what it is. Like, we are in a spiritual, you know, WAR, okay? And that's just a part of it, you know what I mean? But as light workers, and what Yeshua is bringing through is, we're trying to transmute timelines like that as much as we can. Like basically like, so there's as little of that as possible, because it's like losing the mind or deciding, people are just going to decide like this is insanity. Like people think what they're seeing is insane right now. So this is what I mean by people like you and me, souls like us. We came here to help humanity through all this. And that's what Yeshua was saying. He goes, when it comes to the church, people are going to freak out because they believed so much in that. And when that is ripped away from them and the truth is revealed, because that's the full circle moment. He says, this is what's happening, right? He says, it's us, it's you, it's the soul star family here that is going to bring comfort and love and tell them it's okay. And listen, it's not the end. And this was always meant to happen this way. And trust me, there's a way forward. We've got you. So he's saying, that's why he says the compassion, because Yeshua and Mary Magdalene and this right here, listen, if you think you're coming into a divine union and you can't embody this, what I'm about to say, then you're not going to be in a true divine union until you can start anchoring what I'm about to say, because this is like the ultimate, like, it's like the ultimate, it's like the ultimate like soul, like initiation, like basically like it means like you've really anchored into your sovereign heart, into your higher heart, which sits above like the heart chakra and in between the heart chakra and the throat chakra. So he brings forth the message of loving the unlovable and forgiving the unforgivable. And he brings forth the messages of what they did to him. And he knew everything was going to happen. He knew. He saw it. He knew. He wasn't a dummy. Like, he knew exactly what he was doing as he was doing it. He prepared for his final ascension from earth. He prepared with Mary Magdalene. They spent days before the crucifixion preparing him for his final ascension. They knew it was all a part of the plan, right? They had to prepare his physical body. They had to do like a lot of like deep, powerful, again, going up into the higher realms, into the light bodies, and, you know, charging up his Ka body, and like just there's so much that goes into all this stuff, right? But he says what they did to me, like, I mean, and he's not, again, he relays the message of, you know, I was not like, back then, everyone who was punished, everyone was crucified. Everyone was put and nailed to, you know, the Romans loved that. And they were doing that. I mean, it was bad. It was really bad. So he's like, chances are you have been nailed to a cross. Chances are some of your ancestors were nailed to crosses. And that's how you spent the rest of your days until you passed, until you transitioned, and it was terrible, or, you know, whatever. But he's like reminding you in this moment, like, again, we are equals. Like, they just murdered me, and it was, right? Okay, like, so I don't want to get into all that, but he's like, you walked away with me. You hold the Christ consciousness within. You're anchoring the codes. You're doing the same exact work that we did when we were there, okay? And he's like, and we're with you, and we're guiding you, and we're helping you, and we like hold you and protect you. Like, there's all these things. Like, you're not alone. Like, we are literally here with you. Okay, but now is a moment to dive deeper into your devotion. And then the second card here is the cosmic heart. And oh my God, that's crazy. I swear to God, you guys, like, I swear I was not even, like, I just talked about like the higher heart. I swear I did not even see that. Like, I wasn't paying attention. But anyways, confirmation here of the heart, cosmic heart, devotion. And that's funny because literally the first word is devotion. And that's literally what Yeshua is bringing through so strongly, is the devotion, the devotee, the devotion to your heart, the devotion to going within your heart. And when you really connect and go back into your heart, you'll know it. You will know the moment you really truly do that. You will know it because you will feel it. You will feel it and you will know it. And so that's why he's like, for a lot of people tuning in, he goes, For a lot of you, you've already done this work, and congratulations. And for the rest of you guys, it's just a message of guidance here, where you're spiritual bypassing your shadow and your shadow work. You are not facing your own demons and darkness in the face, like, meaning like you're still in this like anxious, like, you know, oh, but no, but I'm good. I am doing that. I'm healing all that. Like, you know, I do meditate for 20 minutes a day, and I do journal, and, you know, but your nervous system is out of whack, and you're still chasing after some divine masculine energy, even though you think you're not, you are. And you're still waiting for someone to, on some level, come and save you. You're waiting for someone to come and love you, to be with you. And your ego and your distortion tells you, yeah, because I'm ready for divine union, I'm ready. And you're far from it. You couldn't be farther from it, right? So I'm not, like, that's literally the message that came through from him, basically. Like, and I'm just like putting it like in Eric, like in a spin, like from Erica. That was basically the message, where he's like, for some of you guys, you're denying your shadow, your true shadow. Okay? It's time to peel back the layers of the onion, is what is coming through here. So the first word is devotion, and it says potency. It's a potent devotion. And then it says, make your life a moving prayer. Make your life a moving prayer. Like, you're dancing through life, you're loving life, your sensuality is just, and like, moving through life as a moving prayer means like you're in a constant state of divine, cosmic, from the heart devotion. You're heart centered, basically. You're centered in your heart. And that's what Yeshua was saying. So he says, love the unlovable, forgive the unforgivable. That is our mission here. And he says, humanity is being tested. There is a massive, like, cosmic, like, reset happening, right? And there's like a big test right now. And the test is, do you choose love or do you choose fear? Are you going to feed the fear of the collective, or are you going to rise above, like we said and we talked about, and are you going to choose love instead? I'm going to choose to love the unlovable and forgive the unforgivable, and I am going to do everything I can to love my life and be in my power and be happy. And like, by being in my power means that, like, being powerful doesn't mean like you're out there like, I'm so powerful. Like, I can't stand that spiritual ego bullshit that I see out there everywhere. People, I'm so chosen, my ancestors are gonna F you up. Like, you know, I'll say stuff like that every once in a while, like jokingly, like, you know, it's funny, but like, some people literally, like, they literally like speak like that and like believe that and like talk like that and like, you know, and that's like the farthest from truly divine, like heart-centered leadership and power. Because when you're truly powerful, you're not out there telling everyone how powerful you are. You're not out there doing that, okay? Because you're actually anchored in your power. And also, when you're powerful, it doesn't mean that you're powerful like, I'm so powerful, look at me. Because powerful starlights, powerful healers, powerful priestesses, etc., what makes them so powerful is that they just naturally empower other people. And they make other people recognize their power. And that is true power. When you're embodying your true higher heart and cosmic power, you are emanating that light to others to also embody their power and their heart and their truth. So, and that's also what true divine leadership is about also. It's not, I'm this high holy teacher and I'm better than you and I'm a higher, you know, come learn from me. It's like, no, we're all equals here. But, you know, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so anyways, I just realized we're 44 minutes in, so I don't want to, let's go ahead and end. I have more messages coming, you guys, but honestly, like, I get winded super easy, so I like lose my breath very easily. This is the longest I've talked in 10 days, basically. Oh no, I did my couple lives, but my live streams that I did, those completely took me out. Like, those took me out, wiped my energy, like, oh my goodness. So anyways, I was like telling you guys, like, I swear to God, like, I think I got like sick like 5 or 6 times in 2025. That's insane. And it's not like sick like this was really bad. This has been lasting for a long time. It's been bad. But like, you know, I've had like little things happen or whatever, you know, and I'm like, that's the physical purge. So if you got sick more than usual in 2025, or you're sick right now, or you recently were sick, you had some dis-ease in your vessel that needed to be cleansed or purged, right? To make your immunity stronger and all the things. Yeah. Clearing like a lot of stuff to be able to receive a lot of stuff. So anyways, you guys, okay, so I'm going to end with some Intuit Oracle. So I love you guys. Oh my God, look, you cannot make this up. Look at the swans, you guys. Are you kidding me? See, Yeshua, girl, boy, like, it's so funny because him and Mary, they're both smiling, they're laughing here because they're like, he's like, I told you, like, like, didn't I say, you know, it's kind of like that, you know, like, there it is, soulmate, twin flame, the one. There's something so powerful around your heart and what your heart is calling in because you're in your heart. This is not going to be for a bunch of people. Like, this is, whoever this is for, they will find it. And I don't know, that might be the title. I don't know. A pair of things, a deep soul connection, a blooming love, faith, divination. Like, this is all about faith, having faith. And then fluidity, things flowing, things are fluid between you and another. So confirmation about what he said about the divine counterparts and the kingdom spouses, and like, you know, it's new earth spouse, it's your new earth beloved. But you guys are old souls that have known each other many, many, many times over, and in many places and realms and lifetimes, and you know what I mean? So your heart is calling this in. It's like, you're ready. And that's why Yeshua, this is like, that's why he's stepping in. And he's like, there's a lot happening here. Okay, so he's like, it's time to start really working with me, with my beloved Mary, with my mother Mary, like with my grandmother Anna, like, you know, and whoever else. Okay, Mahavatar Babaji, Kuan Yin, other spirit guides, ancestors. I just had a really powerful like ancestor spirit guide reveal themselves to me, and it was in a vision that took me back to a lifetime in Sumeria. And he was just sitting there, and he like is totally, he looks totally like African, but he's Sumerian, right? So, but African. And his name is Buboe Mafti. Buboe Mafti. And yeah, and he looks just very like, the way he looks is like almost like old Sumerian, like he's dressed like, but then he also has like tribal like paints and like markings and stuff. But he was sitting with goddess Isis actually, like, which was crazy. So I don't know, but he revealed himself, and he was like, okay, now you're ready. He's like, I've been with you the whole time. He's like, my name's, you know, Buboe Mafti. And so now I'm like, now he's like my homie. Like, now I'm like, Buboe, where are you? I need help. Like, where are you? You know, come forth, goddess Isis. Like, you know, so you can have other spirit guides revealing themselves to you also at this time as well. Okay. So there you go. There is love blooming. There is a deep soul bond and connection. It's a pair of things. And then, oh my God, you guys, like, I cannot. Yeshua and Mary are bringing the love vibes through here right at the end. There it is. A messenger that brings movement. We literally we are on the first day of the year of the horse, of the fire horse. And then the message with Jesus, you walked with Jesus. You guys, so I'm going to be doing an offline reading about like a bunch of the stuff that's just coming out and floating around. And I'm also going to be talking about stuff that I haven't seen anyone else talk about yet. So I don't know, but like, there's just some things that need to be said. So, but it has to be an offline reading. I can't say what I need to say and talk about what I need to talk about on YouTube. So that's why it's an offline reading. When I record it, I will post it on the community page with a link. You click the link, you go to the link, and then you can purchase the reading for like a low price. And the reading will probably be like an hour-long reading, you guys, to be honest. So it'll probably be like $5 or $6 to purchase it. But then the information, it's gonna be good. I want to start doing those. But what was I going to say about? There was a reason why I even started talking about that. But anyways, a message. Travel. So there could be some kind of travel. Travel keeps coming up a lot. travel and relocation. Those keep coming up a lot. There's going to be a lot of light workers, starseeds, angelics. They're going to be being moved right now, or in the coming months, or the summer. Like, everyone's going to be relocating. Everyone's going to be moving. Everyone's going to be like, we're going to where we need to be for like what's coming next, you know? Full speed ahead, green light, progress. Like, this is like riding towards the sun, towards happiness. You could be seeing swans and horses a lot. There also could be something about horseback riding. Maybe you are like, you horseback ride, you own a horse, or you grew up riding horses. There could also be something about like, you know, cowboy energy, cowgirl energy here. I mean, I'm gypsy cowgirl, so let's get one more. Trophy. It's like, it is done. So this is your moment of victory, plain and simple. This is a time of victory, and this is a victory that comes in because you've anchored in with your cosmic heart. Like, this is like the energy and the light like flowing through you and all around you. It's very beautiful and soft and ethereal, because like when you're anchored in like your, like when you're in that like receiving energy, that's that feminine yin energy, you know, doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. We all have yin and yang, right? So it's a softness. It's like I said, it's a calm, it's a grounded, it's an anchored, it's a surrendered state of like, I'm not worried about all the things and all the things. Like, I'm literally just present in the moment. Like, I'm good. I'm like in love with my life. Like, everything is just feeling amazing right now. Like, the senses are flowing and very high end, and like, you know, it's very like that kind of vibe, because you can't be in receiving mode while you're still stuck in anxious, worry, attaching, you know, codependent survival mode. So this message is for the ones who are in that, like I said before, that anchored state of trust, full faith, surrender. Like, you're honestly not stressing. Like, you're just like, you full-blown surrendered, full-blown allowing the rebirth, full-blown falling into the Divine Mother's arms, and allowing and trusting in the great mystery of life, of the journey. And you're kind of like, just whatever happens, whatever comes next. Yes, there is intentional manifestation, obviously, that you've been doing, but there's also this great surrender. There's basically this feeling of like manifesting what you desire, and then saying like, okay, this or something more, this or something better, like, I trust, okay? This is the time of winning, victory, success, your reputation, your business. Like, this is very successful energy, my loves. You have great high merit. Like, you're very like highly like, you're inspiring, you're inspirational, you're helping people. Like, people feel good with you. They feel the angelic light you carry, the blue ray. For some of you guys, again, your blue rays, you resonate with the blue ray frequency of the Sirius Star Nation, just like Yeshua, just like, okay, it says recognition, goals, fame, and fortune. Like, that's another big one. And it's not toxic, distorted fame and fortune. All of that is canceled now on earth. It's done. It's over, okay? But there can be new types of fame, right? Where this is about love. This is about, you know, shadow work. This is about healing. This is about ascension, right? It doesn't have, again, it's going to be a very big transformation. So you deserve an award because of your ambition and your achievement and your resilience. And this love right here is a part of that reward for a lot of you. And for the rest of you guys, this is guidance. Look at that, the magnet speaks of the gravitational pull, the magnetism. And that's what I meant by being in your heart and anchoring in that very calm nervous system. Like, it's like your body just exhaled or something, and you're just, right? But that's exactly what starts clicking into place when you're in a really powerful frequency of receiving and magnetism, and also divine union. You have to like be in that energy to really truly anchor divine union. Charm, je ne sais quoi. You have a je ne sais quoi and charm about you. So many people are desiring and attracted and like drawn to you. I'm telling you, it is a powerful energetic frequency elixir that's just ruminating. Like, It's just literally like just beaming off of you, okay? But only certain people are allowed into your field and space, right? Seduction, yearning, and the field of influence. Your field of influence right now is so powerful. So this is what I've got for you. Thank you for all of your, I honor you in your journey and your ascension and just everything. And I thank you. And Yeshua and Mary are here thanking you. And he keeps showing the full circle, the full circle. Remember the full circle moment. We are not here to lead with division. We are not here to lead with duality. We are not here to preach and convince. We are not the church where we go knocking on doors and trying to get you to join our religion. And like, we don't do that. We are not, that is against, like, we don't try to like manipulate free will. We have divine integrity within us. So we allow the great unfolding. All we do is we observe, we watch, we share when it's warranted, when it's needed. Right? And we do it in a loving way. We forgive the unforgivable. We love the unlovable. We see through the lens of love. We don't, it's all the things, guys. Okay, so that is the path of the true devotee of the Christ consciousness and the Sophia code consciousness as well of God. I love you. If you want to connect with me one-on-one, if you are, I know a lot of people are struggling right now, and a lot of people are struggling moving energy and clearing energy and feeling like they're losing their ish. Like, it's a lot, like pressure in the body, like anxiousness, pins and needles, tingles, like it's just a lot, right, that people are experiencing and feeling. So if you feel like you have, if you feel like you're under attack, psychic attack, spiritual attack, evil eye, a curse, if you feel like, you know, you just need help moving energy, if you just feel like your field and your body is just so dense and heavy and you just need some help because you've tried everything and you need help feeling lighter and to clear that stuff, I'm here for you, okay? That's the work I do. That's literally the work I do. I have not worked like all week basically because like with clients like that because I've been sick. But I'm starting to feel better. I sound really crappy still, but I'm starting to feel much better. So anyways, so it's like basically back to work for me. It's like my sick days are over. My sick note from the doctor is over and now I have to come back to work. But all of my services, etc., are in the description box. Okay, so like readings, etc., but the quantum healing sessions, yeah, I'm here for you guys, okay? And when I do these sessions, I work with like Yeshua, Isis, Mary Magdalene, like other interdimensional beings. We always go, we astral travel. I take you somewhere very special, very healing. It's usually in other realms or dimensions or, you know, Middle Earth or I don't know, wherever, you know. And it's just each session is so beautiful and so powerful. So it's an honor to connect with you guys, and thank you to all of you guys who entrust that, you know, in me because it means a lot. So anyways, you guys have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. Thank you again. This was a gorgeous message. Thank you, Yeshua, for all of your divine guidance and support and love, and to all of our spirit guides and spirit teams. And thank you for guiding these beautiful unions and just everything. So, and so it is. Aho, namaste. Mwah.